Hey, happy Tuesday. This is the Psychic Spectrum Radio Network. This is the Psychic Spectrum Radio Show, and I am Skip.
And I'm Sha'ron, the princess of chocolate and sparkles. And just, the sun's out. It's a little chilly, but I like it. It's definitely fall weather. It's definitely October, and it's definitely the time of the year.
That's right.
Yep.
It's actually really nice out
It's
today.
nice out.
It was a little, what do you call it, wet this morning.
Well, it was chilly this morning, too.
But it was, we had some rain here, so just morning showers, so that's good.
But it was in the 60s, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was chilly, so we're getting there.
Yep, and today is the 18th of October.
Mm-hmm.
What are we, like 5 weeks away from, no,
8
weeks, 9 weeks away from Christmas.
11 weeks, isn't it?
Is it 11?
I can't remember.
Either way, it's coming quick.
It's coming quick.
So I see you guys joining in there. That's cool. We'll wait and give you a few minutes to join in and say hi to us. Type in where you're from. Because we're always curious to know where people are coming from.
Yeah, plus we're old. We can't remember.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so, but this is October.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Not
my favorite time of the year, but it's a fun time. It's a fun time, but I never was a big fan of Halloween. I mean, I enjoyed it. I trick-or-treated as a kid, but I just never really got into it.
I could just love to see you what you looked like trick-or-treating as a kid.
You know what I always went as?
A
witch.
A witch.
My dad made my witch's hat, and Mom had a black full skirt. She would break the seams and so my arms could go through, and that was my dress.
Really?
Yep, every year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we got a lot of people saying hi, so let's start saying hi back. We got Crystal in Eastern Washington. We got Mo. We have JM. She's over in Yakima.
Yeah,
and
Georgia girl.
Mo's in Manitoba. And let's see, Aloha from Big Island, Hawaii.
And yes.
That's right. And Mo says, I love Halloween.
Well, it's not that I don't like it. It's just, to me, Christmas is my biggie.
Yeah.
But Halloween's a cool, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And Dorothy says that she's from the cool Coon Rapids, Minnesota, 43 degrees.
And you know what? I saw a picture of her on Facebook today, and I responded back, but she looked pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, she looked cute.
Well, it's better that you say that than me.
Well, yeah, because I'd have slapped you silly if you said it.
And Jane is with us. She says, hi, how are you both? Would love a message from Spirit, please. We'll get into that a little bit later in the show, so hang in there, Jane.
Yeah, and questions with Crystal. We'll get into that in a
minute. Are going to take questions today.
Oh, Linda got in today.
Hi.
She got in, her computer worked.
Yeah.
Her internet or something worked.
Halloween's.
I went as a clown once, Mo says, yeah.
JM says that Halloween doesn't do much for me either.
The candy part was good because, I love chocolate. But nowadays, it was getting kind of when our child was small to where you had to watch everything. And, remember the days when you had to go to they always put things, we didn't do it, but you had to put things out where it said, take your candy to the ER and look for razor blades and all that. It's just sad, Now they got drugs and everything else they can throw in there, the fentanyl crap, and it's just scary. It's just scary now.
The big thing when our son was little was they would put stick pins in the candy. Some people would.
Yeah. Thank God I wasn't around those. Oh, look at that. Kathleen says our picture and sound is clear. Woohoo! We did something right.
I got it. I figured it out.
At least for this week.
I got it figured out.
Oh.
Beautiful background and colorful.
I know it is, isn't it? I like it.
Dorothy says, thank you for the compliment. I love Halloween.
Well, you'll go have a good time at that Halloween.
And Wyoming girl says, hello, beautiful day in Western Wyoming. By the way, that was Kathleen that said that the picture and sound is the clearest.
I said that.
Yeah.
I thought I did.
I didn't know you said her name.
Maybe I did. I thought I did. And Mo says she loves Halloween and Christmas. Yeah, I tell you, Christmas is my favorite time of year. My birthday's my second time of year.
Yeah, that's a month. Birthday month.
Yeah, birthday month. Yeah.
I didn't realize that, but Mo says I love both Halloween and Christmas, but the whole Burr months are my favorite, like November, December.
Well, yeah, they are, because that's when all the holidays are.
October.
It's cooler outside. You get all that fall. You can dress and look good.
I like
Instead of in the summer when you're hot, you can't put nothing on. They see all the flab.
I like it because it's cooler and I can still walk around in my cutoff shorts and
yes, he does, people,
all winter long. Doesn't bother me.
I don't know how he does. And we are our son's mother, a good friend of mine. But I don't. How do you reference that? The mother-in-law.
Your son's mother-in-law.
Yeah, but what is she to me then? Just a really good friend?
Your son's mother-in-law.
Anyway, she wears flip-flops year-round. I mean, I would think her feet would freeze, but they don't. And she swears by them. So
yeah, that I couldn't do.
I don't know if I could, but the middle of winter, man, she's out there in flip-flop. Bless her heart.
Kathleen says Halloween is more fun as an adult, or as much, but in a different way.
Now, you might be true there. See, I've never had an adult Halloween party. I've thought about them, but I never got around to doing them. But yeah, it might be a lot more. But I don't like being scared. Maybe that's those haunted houses and stuff. I don't like those things. I know they're not real, but I don't like being scared like that.
Jan says she loves summer, but that's coming from somebody who lives in Yakima, and it's hot all year long. Just in the summer, it's steaming hot.
Does anyone still dunk apple? I don't know. When I was a kid, we did.
Do duck apple, not dunk.
I said duck.
Well, what is duck apple?
I think she meant dunk.
Oh, okay.
Sure, I should have an adult party. I should.
Does anybody still dunk apples?
If they have a party, they might. I have not gone to any Halloween parties, and I've never had one. So how would I know?
Gives me an idea. When we're done with the show, I could get a 5-gallon bucket, fill it up with water, and throw an apple in there, and let you bob for it.
They usually use an old washing tub or something.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you can put more than one apple in there.
Yeah, I know. Megan says, "Greetings from the office. LOL. Been missing you guys." No, that's cool. Thank you. She says, "Do it, Sha'ron."
I don't know. I don't know.
Mo says same for her.
I don't like haunted houses. The decorations. I actually seen some cool decorations that I've never thought of doing, but they had a skeleton like he was climbing up a tree, and they had a skeleton of a dog down below barking. I thought that was cute.
Yeah,
that was cute.
No, this is cool. Dorothy says she loves being scared. She's an adrenaline junkie.
Oh,
and JM says it's like bobbing for apples or ducking. But Jane says they call it duck apple, where she's from. Jane, where are you from? I'm just curious why you guys call it duck apple.
Kathleen says the costumes at adult parties are a blast, usually trendy or political in a humorous way. Yeah, well, they probably are, because adults have more fun.
Dorothy says the film You Bobbing.
I don't think so, Tim.
Jane's in the UK.
So they call it bobbing, duck apples over there.
Duck bobbing.
Oh, isn't that something?
Cool.
See, you learn something every day.
Yeah,
you
we're how many miles across the pond, but we still got similar things.
Well, you do it. They just either do it a little different, or they name it something different.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Hey, I want you guys to do us a favor that are listening and haven't done it yet. Type in where you're from, and let us know where you're from. Number one, but number two, go up there and give us a like on the page, would you?
Oh, and hit that thumb and subscribe.
Because then
it gives you a notice of when we're going to be on.
Yeah.
Saturday, we really meant to be on, but Skip, he was, as usual, burning the candle at both ends, and it caught up with him. He was, for him to go back to bed after he gets up, I knew there was something not right. So I said, sleep. So he slept.
Yeah.
So that's why we weren't on, but thank goodness we're here today.
And Lori joined in from Centralia, Washington.
Well, no.
Which is kind of like Central Western Washington.
Well, I guess it is.
But she says, nice to see you too. It's been a minute since I have joined in. Yes, it has.
It's been a while. Yeah. But I'm sure you've been busy.
Yep. That's
like
right.
I figure when people don't join in, or we haven't seen them for a while, they got things going on.
Yeah.
So that's all cool too.
Yep.
But we miss you.
Oh, Cynthia's on from Puyallup.
Now, Cynthia. Is that the one I'm thinking, Cynthia?
No, we have so many Cynthias.
We have Cynthia must have been a really popular name.
Well, it is one of my sister's names.
Well, besides that.
That wasn't popular. All right, so listen, today's the 18th. So what are you going to tell us?
Cindy came around.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she came around. I got to give her that.
The 18th. What does that mean numerologically? Well, that
comes out to a 7 today, so we're in a very doing things alone type day. You won't have a lot of friends alone. You're probably going to be alone, and you'll probably do some alone thinking or alone deciding on things, or Don't be afraid to go out there and do something by yourself, because that's when it'll get done the best and you'll do it the way you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And for the pet life path of a 7, today's pretty special because they're going to feel right in their comfort zone.
Really?
Yeah.
What is your life path?
3.
Oh, I'm a 2. You're a 3.
Yes.
I'm a 2. You're a 3.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's a 5. Together, we're halfway there. All right. So, what is your stone of the day or your affirmation?
Oh, you want to get those out of the way, do you?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
No, that's fine. You brought it up. Let's get it out of the way so we can go to the question.
Which one are you going to do?
Oh, well, what the hey? Let's do the stone because I got to get my affirmation off my phone because it was too much to write.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the music here.
Okay, we'll turn on the music.
And we're going to do some music. Mystical music, like we're out in the ethers.
We are out in the ethers.
I know, but this is way out. So
okay, so
this is your affirmation for today.
Oh, you want the affirmation first? Because you asked me about the stone.
I don't care. Just tell me which one you're doing.
Doesn't matter.
Got your music playing, go for it.
I'm going to do the affirmation because I got to read it. Come on.
Okay, affirmation
this
for
one
today.
it kind of hit me since this is a 7 day. And it's kind of a time, it's a very spiritual number as well. But being alone, it doesn't like being alone. A life path of a 7. And so today you'll probably you won't feel so lonely. You'll deal with it. You'll do things okay.
Yeah.
But for some reason, this really hit me today. And so I said, I'm going to read it. So
okay.
Here you go.
Read it. I'm going to read it.
As soon as I take my glasses off. Don't let anyone invalidate or minimize how you feel. If you feel something, you feel it and it's real to you. Nothing anyone says has the power to invalidate that ever. No one else lives in your body. No one else sees life through your eyes. No one else has lived through your experiences. And so no one else has the right to dictate or judge how you feel. Your feelings are important and you deserve to be heard. They are inherently valid and they matter. Don't let anyone make you believe otherwise. Is that not true?
Yeah, that is true. That's a good one.
It is a good one. It just jumped out at me today and I thought, people need to hear that every so often. Because how often is it, don't let it get to you. You ever heard that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what they say doesn't matter. Well, no, it doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? This is why.
So this says titled, Don't Let Anyone Invalidate.
Mm-hmm. Or minimize how you feel.
Those people who say that kind of thing, like walk it off, or what's the other one you just said? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let it go.
What do they know?
They've never had life come up and kick them in the ass, and slap them in the face.
Apparently not.
And if they have, they went through it probably the wrong way.
Well, or maybe it was their particular life, like a Scorpio wouldn't care. They might hurt, but they wouldn't let you know it. But believe me, every sign out there, if they've gone through something like this, they have felt the pain.
Yep.
Some take it harder than others. Water signs, man, it hits you right to the stem of your being, just because you're very sensitive. But there are the air signs. I think you are an air sign, and people, when they mean to you, you kind of laugh it off, but I think it counts. I think everybody feels it.
Sometimes I get even.
But you do, yeah. I don't.
Sometimes. All right, so
it's very hard for me to be mean to people.
We're going to switch roles music here.
Okay, we're anyway, so whoever needed to hear that today, doggone it, stick to your guns and know you have a right to feel the way you want to feel.
That's
and
right.
Don't let anybody tell you different.
So now we're going to go into our stone of the day.
Mama says.
Yeah. All right, so the stone,
because I picked the stone first, and then the saying come up to me. So I'm saying, okay, these two must go together. Okay? And it's fluorite. They have rainbow fluorite, they have purple fluorite, they have green fluorite. I mean, it comes in many colors.
I have toothpaste with fluorite.
Yeah, they put it in water. Oh, somebody didn't turn their phone off. Anyway, it's an excellent learning aid.
Yeah. Fluorite.
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 That's the way they spell it, yeah.
All right. See, I did that right from the top of my head.
It increases concentration and information absorption. So, like, if you're going in for a test and you're studying for a test, I'd put that baby either on my desk or in my pocket or something and take it with me when I go for the test. I would.
Right.
It promotes grounding and stability, stabilizes emotions, and is highly protective, and helps you find and remove roadblocks in your life. I find that interesting.
Yeah.
Because if you have a roadblock, you definitely have to be open to absorbing information and seeing things in a way that is a positive and not a negative, and how to work around it.
Yes.
So that's a good one.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. You could wear it as a bracelet, you could get a ring with it in it, put a stone in your pocket. You don't even have to let people know you have it on you, but I mean, it's a good stone. Feels good too. And they actually make healing ones out of fluoride.
They do, huh?
Mm-hmm. As well as other gems and crystals, but I know fluoride is a big tool used in healing sessions, whether it be massage or healing.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the stone of the day.
So let's do this. Let's go.
And I also want to say hi. Dorothy's already checked in, but I want to say hi to Harold. He's been on my mind lately. And always John in Tacoma and Johnny Dollar in New York. And Dee Dee, I've been thinking about you. I hope you're doing well. And Jennifer and Sean, congratulations in Hawaii because they just got engaged.
Yeah, that's right.
And to Anne and Vicky too in Hawaii. We don't want to forget them.
Yeah.
And also, to all the other peeps out there, I call you all my peeps. North, south, east, and west. Thank you for joining in. Thanks for your loyalty, and thank you for being who you are.
Mm-hmm. I think it's cool.
It is cool.
Yeah. Friends all over the world.
We do.
Dorothy says, "You two just make me giggle."
Is that good?
I think so.
I don't know.
Oh, and Wyoming Girl says, "Yesterday was my birthday. Today I'm alone doing whatever I want."
There you go. Well, what's your birthday? Is it 10/19?
No. Yesterday was 17th. Was her birthday.
Wait a minute. For my birthday.
Yesterday,
Lori's is the 19th.
Look here. Yesterday
I'm
was
looking
my
here.
birthday.
So that would be 10/17.
Mm-hmm. She's going to do your numerology there.
And what's the date of birth? I mean, the year.
Oh, yeah. You got to type in what year.
I can give you your personal year, but I don't know what your life path is.
Your personal year from yesterday to next year, yesterday.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So type that in.
Whatever you say, dear.
Wyoming Girl, what is your birth year? If you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Jeannie's with us, says happy, happy days.
Okay, so it looks like
65.
Wyoming Girl. I was trying to find who the heck it was.
1965.
Oh, 1965. Okay, so it looks like her personal year for this year is going to be a 6. So she's going to be in service a lot, helping other people, helping herself. Also, it's going to be bringing some type of balance to her life, and also finding out the truth about things and putting the truth out there. So it's kind of cool. I love 6 years.
That's cool.
But her life path would be 11 and 10 is 21. That's a 3. So we have 8, 9, and 3 is 12. So you are a 3 life path. So you're like me. You love fun. You're very creative. You love to talk. You never met a stranger. And 3s are just really fun to have around. They're really good at parties. Fun, creativity. You're balancing body, mind, and spirit.
True.
And
I get to a party and I'm like maybe a half hour in and I'm like, okay, so is it time to go now? And no, you want to stay late.
3s love to be around people. They are a people person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And probably she's an empath as well. Probably people like to come and tell her their problems. I even had that in school. In high school, they'd come and talk to me. I didn't know who they were. They'd just come and talk to me and tell them about their boyfriend problems and stuff.
Is that a 3 or is that the fact that you're empathic, highly empathic? Both? Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to tell us. She has to tell us if the Wyoming Girl has to tell us if that's her.
Okay.
RJ's with us from the UK.
Well, somebody else has a birthday tomorrow. Who was it?
Mo says, "Oh, that's let me get back up here. That's Lori."
And what year was she born?
64.
1964.
Mo
So
says
that
I'm
was.
with Skip on the party thing, and I'm an air sign too.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's why.
must be. Must be.
Air signs are more, yeah. I'm a Pisces, so we're a water sign,
Wyoming girl says you're spot on. So
So let's see, 10, 19, that would be 10, 11, and 2 is 13.
my birthday is February 1st, and I get maybe a day, sometimes 2 days out of it. But Sha'ron has a birthday month. February 22nd is hers, and she has a birthday month.
I do.
So
I love my birthday.
on the 2nd, when my birthday is officially over, then
Mine starts.
hers starts. Luckily, it's only 28 days.
Oh, shoot. Anyway, so it looks like Lori's life path is 10, 11,
Hello, everybody.
Thank you for hanging in there. I hope you have. And also to the ones you know that'll listen to this later.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say hello to them too, because they're either tied up, they can't see they're working, whatever. So Jeannie says
hello.
you can't see.
Anybody see us out there? Say hi or hear us. Say hi. Type it in.
The no sound over the screen on YouTube.
Well, we're back in live.
Yeah, even the connection on the thing says nothing. It's dark now.
Okay, yay, we're back. Dan says yes. Linda said hi.
All right. I hope you all stuck it out. I don't know what happened.
Sorry about that. Our internet crashed. And just so
is that what happened?
Yeah, just so people know, where we live, there is no cable internet.
No.
And what we have here, all of our internet is Wi-Fi to the house with a beam on an antenna. And it was always so unstable, even when we were doing live radio on the radio. And so we went to a different one that was a little more stable, and now we went to another one that's even more stable. But this is the first time that one's ever given us problems.
No idea why. So, but that's okay. Maybe maybe it's the solar blast coming off the sun or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, we're back. So we're talking about Lori Wilson and her birthday and her personal year. Okay. And it looks like Lori Wilson's life path is a 4, which means you're going to be working for everything you get. Nothing's going to be handed to you on a silver platter. You're going to build a foundation for your whole life and who you care about. And that's not terrible. It's not bad. It's just that you've had to work for everything that you've forgotten. But when you're done, you can look back and say, look what I've built. So it's not a terrible thing. It's that nothing's going to come easy. And your personal year for this year is a 7, just like it is today. So you're going to be doing a lot of things alone. You're going to be on a spiritual quest. You might even be reading some spirituality books or finding some new modalities you want to check out spiritually. So it's going to be an interesting year for you. But you're going to be doing a lot of it alone.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do some things here. Let me get rid of this.
And I hope we stay on the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Doggone it.
All right, we're going to go and start doing some questions.
Oh, look, we got some hearts and thumbs and somebody laughing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like it when they put those little icon things up there.
All right, good. All right, let's go back up here and start over on the viewers' comments.
Okay.
Tell me when you see a question.
Down
here.
To keep going. I thought there was one before that, or maybe not. Before we got into the dunking apples, I thought there was.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Greetings from the office. I don't like the haunted houses. Okay, Kathleen says no. That's that.
No, that's not. Go back up to the top for me, will you?
Okay.
Historian.
Yeah, Crystal says questions today. Yes, we are doing questions.
Yeah, and I didn't do your dream because I couldn't remember. I wrote it down, didn't do darn thing to it. I'm sorry about that.
I did down.
I'm busy on other stuff. All I have is Terry and somebody coming back, and I don't know what that meant.
Getting there. Yesterday was my birthday. Question.
Who is Buzz?
Crystal has a question. Who is Buzz? And was he around me yesterday? Is he alive or dead? No. Not at all that. He wasn't around you. And I don't think he's dead. I mean, he's not alive and he's not dead. I think what you heard was the name of, or a reference, so you could identify with, not identify who, but identify with one of your guides. Somebody named Buzz. A nickname.
I don't get anything on that.
That's the most I can tell you about it. I don't. There's nothing because it's not there for me, so I won't get anything for it from it. But it's not someone who. I guess he was around you yesterday. You heard it, but it's not a live dead. It's not a person. So I think it's a guide.
It's either a guide or maybe they heard it for her to be aware of if she hears a buzz to look around.
Well, take it either way. It feels to me like it's somebody or it feels like a presence that's around her.
Okay.
And it's not bad or negative.
didn't feel that way, no. But don't get anything else on that. Is anybody else bothered by all the smoke out there?
Yeah.
It's really getting to us.
Oh.
I mean, never mind. But anyway, the smoke is getting to us.
Amy says, any wonderful messages from our birthday tomorrow?
Amy?
Or Lori, I mean. Any wonderful messages for our birthday tomorrow? You know, Lori, it feels to me like you're going to be bored.
She's in her 7th year.
I know, but it feels to me like you're going to be bored for probably about the next 2, maybe 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm just going to say it's going to be boring, and you're going to kind of get antsy where you're trying to create something and you go over and do things you've done before and you still feel a little bored. So
well, she also needs to look at it from a spiritual standpoint.
Of what?
Of whatever she's trying to do is making her bored. Because it's like maybe you need a new way of looking at it. You know?
Yeah.
Because this is a 7 year.
Yeah.
And it's all about doing things all by yourself. So you've got to work out how it's going to work and how you can do something.
And what did happen there? There we go. She also makes a comment. She says, I saw my Bibles. Where is it? Saw my Bibles with the New Year dollars in them yesterday. I am an example that this ritual works. It's an abundance ritual that Sha'ron and I have done for 48 years. And her family did it long before then. And it works every year. So
which we always give it to you on, because you have to do it on New Year's Eve.
Yes.
And so we give it to you the week of between Christmas and New Year's.
Yes. Yeah. So watch for that this winter. It's going to be on the website. Right after Christmas, we post it, and it's explicit. It tells you exactly how to do it. And if you can't do it exactly how, it gives you some options to do. But anyhow, we post it, and it actually brings abundance when you need it. The abundance is there.
It's not thousands of dollars, but it could be.
It has been.
If you need money, there's something always going to come through.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Good.
Cool.
Thanks for the feedback on that, Lori.
I keep looking at us on the screen, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the actions are slow. And when I do, look at that, I do it looks like I'm high.
That's because our internet's just lagging behind
Apparently, a bit. I'm not. Gee, we had the clearest, best audio ever, and then the
internet had to do that. There.
Yeah, I know. But
now, Linda says, "May I get a message from Spirit?" Yes, you may.
If Spirit wants.
Yeah, Linda. It feels like I'm trying to remember her husband's name. Gosh, it doesn't matter. I was just going to use his name. You need to plan something for him. Something that, and what I mean for him, I'll explain. There's something that I think there's a couple things that are kind of significant or big or large in his life or his mind that he's thinking of doing, setting up, buying, getting into, whatever, something. And you need to, if you don't know, find out what they are, and then try to give him the space, the money, the time, the whatever you need to let him do it or bring it about. All right. So any other guys out there have this question, I can tell you how to get this out of your wife. Just ask me the question, and there we go. No, seriously, you just need to help make this happen for him.
So it's like something he used to do and he needs to do it again, or he's been thinking about it, or something he enjoyed and he's afraid to take time to do now?
Or spend money on or something. But it's like there's something you need to do for him because it will pay off for you down the road in the spring, in around May. So anyhow, there's that. And let's see, RJ.
Okay, I haven't heard from him for a while.
Oh, God, I can't read that one.
Says, hello, sorry, I haven't been on lately. Hope you both are doing good. We have just lost our bird a couple of days ago, and we had him many years. Oh, he was a vital part of our lives, and we're devastated. We loved him so much and miss him so much. We love animals, and it's like losing a family. It is. Pets are like family members. We want to know, is he happy?
How did he pass?
Well,
He was laying down, opening his mouth, then shortly after that passed away at the bottom of the cage. We felt helpless and can't get up. You know,
yeah. Well, no, that's what birds do. I had a parakeet that was died on the bottom of his cage. He fell off the perch.
Ooh.
That's not why he died, but like he had a stroke or heart attack.
I think that your bird's heart gave out, and the opening his mouth was gasping for air.
Oh, here we go. The second part, we can finish it. We want to. Oh, you lost it. Where'd it go? We want to know if he's happy and how did he pass. He was laying down, opening his mouth, and shortly after that passed away. Oh, okay. We couldn't get over his loss. We'd love to hear from him today. And his name is Billy. I think with the mouth, I think he was gasping for air. I'm with you. I think his heart gave. His heart gave. Yeah. Billy. Let me think. Where did I get the color blue?
Blue?
Yeah.
Maybe it had a blue parakeet.
I don't know what it was, but I'm just seeing the color blue.
I don't know. I can tell you this, that it feels like he feels free, the feeling of being free. In other words, you know, I'm not saying this is bad, you guys, but when we put animals in cages,
and we've all done it.
Sometimes they get used to it, but it's not the best for them, and we know that, but we take care of them and do the best we can for them. But there's this feeling of freedom, I guess is a better word to say, not free. It's freedom. And I want to say that what's really weird is something about his claws, or what do they call it on a bird, their feet,
claws, yeah.
And the little nails on it, the toenails or fingernails, whatever they call it.
You know, animals, we don't put them there to be mean. We put them there to take care of them and keep them safe. And he doesn't regret that. He understands it, but he likes it now because he can fly. That's what he likes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, he can fly, he can go. And but I don't know what the blue is. It's either peace and harmony or he was blue in color. I don't know.
Yeah.
They just showed me a light blue.
But do something to honor the bird and let the bird know that other than the grieving, that you honor the bird's life and his or her life, and the fact that you were there and what you did for it, what it did for you. Just honor it and let them know that. There was a question here.
But we are sorry that you lost your pet.
Yeah, that's too bad.
We've had to put some of our dogs down, and it hurts.
Yeah.
It does.
Jeannie has.
But they're always with you. I mean, there's times we feel Reba on the bed. She's been gone since 2005.
Yeah.
So
Dalmatian.
They still come around, you know, and check out.
Jeannie says the house is not sold yet, but her new apartment is 117. And that's a 9, right? That means
ending the beginnings. Very spiritual number, but it's just like she's getting rid of the old and starting for the new. So you'll be doing a lot of brand new things in that apartment. If that's not the energy you want that apartment to have, then we need to put a number above the door that will create that number for you. So we'll have to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yes,
I want to know if she's moved yet.
No. I don't know, because she said her house hasn't sold yet.
Yeah, but she may have moved out or not.
I don't know. Jeannie, have you moved yet? I don't think she has. But
and then Wyoming girl says, Sha'ron, you said I will discover truth.
Yes. A 6 usually is all about truth. Like we are in a 6th year in this world. And so think about all the truths that have come out in this past year.
Oh, and she says, might it be about my dad?
It could be about anything, but it's going to bring balance, whatever it is. So even though you may not want to know it, or you didn't think you wanted to know it, it's going to make a lot of sense, and you're going to understand things.
Okay. Cynthia has a good question here. Everybody faces this at some time. Any recommendations on how to deal with difficult people at work? Thanks.
I'll tell you, when I get around difficult people at work, I white light them out. That sounds kind of mean, but in a way it's not, because I put them into the white light, so that's good for me and good for them. But you just imagine, there's so many things you can do. If they're talking bad about you, or just their mouth won't shut up, you can always put them in a cucumber. That sounds terrible, but it works.
Wants to know how to do that?
Yeah,
Send us some.
you can put a cactus on your desk and put her name under it. That'll keep her away. You can imagine white light and just feel like you're yawning and stretching and pushing that white light out to her. Send her pink light too, and that'll keep her. I mean, people have actually been walking towards us and turn around and change direction. So it does work. Oh,
and wait a minute, I want to add something.
You do that.
What I do, Cynthia, is when people get difficult, I cut them off. Done. Only interact with them as I had to when I was working, and anything else, they slowly started coming back around because they wanted the connection back. And then it was on my charts.
Oh, you remember the time when you were at work? This might work for her too. I don't know if she's in a cubicle or not, but you could put a rug right outside the door.
Yeah, okay. You guys that still work, let me tell you this. There's a thing that you can do, and this will blow people away. Honest to God, it works. I doubted it when we did it, but I tried it, and it worked. And one time when I was in a cubicle, there was 4 of us that shared this large cubicle, and people would just walk in, have questions. We were in information technology, and they just have questions and say, "Oh, I can just go in there anytime." So what we did was we put a throw rug, a little like you have at your front door or in front of your kitchen sink. We put a little rug right at the outside of the cubicle. People would come, they'd stand on that rug, and they say, "Excuse me, can I talk to you guys? Can I ask you guys a question? I need some help. Can one of you guys help me?" But they wouldn't just walk in and start talking while we're either in the middle of something or on the phone, and just buy a cheap little rug from Walmart and throw it on the floor right outside your cubicle or even your office door. Because I put it outside the office door and it worked beautiful. They would stand there and wait.
It's like it's got some kind of optical illusion or something that when they see that rug, they stop.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but
keep getting bugged, and then it gives you the time to say, the ability to say, "Can you come back in about 10 minutes, or let me call you when I'm done, or I'll come over to your office," blah, blah, blah. So anyhow, or you say, "Yeah, come on in." So, but at least it stops them, and they have to announce that they're there. So
try and see.
Yeah, and then let me know. Linda's husband's name is Vic.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah. The reason I have trouble remembering that, Linda, is because we have a friend whose name was Dale Vic. And every time I think of your husband, I think of Dale. So it's weird.
Dale was a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mo says, "Can I have a message from Spirit 2, please?" Yes, you can. So let's see. What do we want?
Well, we don't know if Spirit wants one.
We
can't pick it out, you know.
No, I know. I'm just seeing if I pick up on anything.
Why I see spaghetti, I don't know. But for some reason, they wanted to make spaghetti. I can't explain it. There's something about spaghetti, so maybe it'll mean something to you. But it's like there's good memories, happy times. I don't know, get together. I don't know. They just showed you making spaghetti.
And Mo, this is going to sound a little strange, but you'll figure it out. But there's going to be a phone call from home, and there's some news about an event or something. It could be a wedding, a funeral, or what, but you will not be able to make. And it's like, it's not bad. It doesn't. I don't feel anything really negative or bad about it. But all I feel is that it's like you might even hear at the last minute, or where it's too late to make preparations or that kind of thing. So there's just something about, sometimes it's easier to say, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, it may not work in your plans.
Yeah. And then Jane said the same thing.
Oh, she wants a message?
"I would love a message from Spirit, please." So let's see. Jane's in the UK. Ooh, the family. There's something coming up, Jane. Oh, I guess I don't know if you guys do Thanksgiving like we do.
I don't know.
That's probably an American thing.
I don't think they call it that.
But there's something about family and the traditions of your mother. An event maybe that we have Thanksgiving coming up in November. No, this is before that.
Before Christmas. Okay.
Like October or November sometime. There's an event or a get together, or it's like it's very important that, and this is coming from your mother wanting to have this carried on or brought forth again, brought out again, and there's this word of well received. The reception will be good for people who are involved in this. But I see you as being the person who has to pull this all together, and you don't have to do it all, but you might have to do it all. But what I see is you, the part I'm seeing is pulling it together and getting it to happen. So
what it feels to me, what I read earlier, my affirmation, she needs to get to heart. You are way too hard on yourself. You need to start on yourself. You are wet.
I don't know. I'm going to click on it again. Does she wear glasses? Because
I don't know.
The reason I'm asking, yes, she does, because you need eyes checked.
I don't know that.
When
there's
I click on it,
I never even looked at the
picture they have comes up with it.
Is that the husband?
Yes.
Oh, they're a cute couple.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's going to have some decision he's got to make regarding work or hobby or whatever he does. If he's a playboy, he's ultra rich. I don't know what it is. Whatever he's into, whatever he does, his regular routine thing, he's got some choices he gets to make. And in other words, it's not ones he has to make, it's ones he gets to make.
So, I never noticed the pictures before. I love the pictures. You get energy off of them, you know. I'm telling you, too, I would like it very much if he would go get a borderline thing done on his health. Either blood pressure, heart, there's something. I want him to get a baseline. That's what they call it. Not I think he's going to. I just think there's something he needs to pay attention to. Okay. So I don't feel there's terrible things going to get, that kind of thing. But there's something you need to address.
Jane, you need new lenses. There's something about lenses not working as optimal as they should. And until you do that, I want you to be careful driving in the rain or the fog, whatever it is, because it's not that your vision's impaired, but it's slightly off. So sometimes people that are in that situation, they focus more on what am I trying to see rather than what's really there. So be careful.
The older that we get, you ever notice when you're looking for something, you turn the radio off because it helps you see better?
Yeah.
You ever notice that?
Linda says, "Oh, thank you so much." And it was a parakeet.
Yeah, we had a green one. His name was Dickie.
Yeah,
he lived forever too. Yeah, and then one morning he was just in the bottom of his cage.
Lori says this is going to be her 7th year coming up with the abundance ritual that we talked about and that we give out on New Year's, or on Christmas to New Year's. And she says, forever grateful for the simple process. Always appreciate and value you too. Thank you.
God bless you. But it isn't us. We're just the telephone. Crystal
says, may I have a reading? Another Crystal says, may I have a reading, please?
Once upon a time.
Yeah. And see, Crystal, I want to make it clear so you understand, a reading, we can't do readings on here, but we can give you a little hits that we get, or answer a specific question. So if you have that, type that in. But I do want to say this to you. It's like you're going to need to focus on relationships, family, love, work. All kinds of relationships are going to be prevalent for you all the way through the rest of October. And some of them, I see 2 different things with you involvement with people, 2 things that are going to get intense. And I think you need to...
Yeah, intense. Are you talking anger or just a lot of stuff going on?
High energy is the best I can describe it. Whether it's anger or a lot of stuff, I don't know. But it's like there's a lot of high energy around it. So...
and how does she handle that?
Head on. Just tackle it. Say what you got to say. Do what you got to do. But it'll turn out good if you handle it that way. If you don't, it's like I see you apologizing all over the place.
Don't do that.
No. So he says, no, not moved yet.
So pay attention to the affirmation. Again, if you didn't come on when we said that, make sure you listen to the replay, because the affirmation I gave, it's for you, and you need to hear that. And there's something about pink. I want you to start wearing some pink. Not shocking pink, the soft pastel pink. There's something that it's going to help you somehow.
Let's see. RJ says, thank you so much. We just hope he didn't suffer much, as it was devastating to see. And I hope he knows that I love him. Yes.
You got any messages for us to know? From him?
Yeah.
Well, the best part is just he's flying. He's flying high. Yeah. You might say, no pun intended there. But he misses you. He thanks you for everything that you did and for taking care of him. But he's loving where he's at right now.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm free.
Dorothy has a question. She says, will my brother Ed ever get unmad at me? Not unless you really talk, apologize 2 or 3 times. But I have to tell you, it's not worth it. If you have to prostitute yourself like that, it's not worth it, Dorothy. And I'll tell you something that Sha'ron's mother did and said to me one time when somebody did something, and she said that he's got the same clothes to get glad in that he got mad in.
Yeah, he does.
It's up to him.
Number
and I
one,
don't think he's
I want to know why you care if he gets mad, because apparently it's his issue. It isn't yours. And as long as I believe Mike is her husband's name, as long as Mike is on your side, then I wouldn't care. You know, he's a big boy. He can either decide to get over it or he can take it to the grave. It's whatever he wants to do, but it's not your problem.
And your problem. You told Mo that you saw spaghetti and she's making pasta tomorrow.
Well, so maybe there's something coming up with what you said, with what she's doing tomorrow. I have to wait and see how it works out.
Yeah. And Megan says, I would love a message too. Thank you so much.
Yeah, is that the Megan we know?
I think so. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Anyhow, what do you pick up for Megan?
I want her to watch where she's walking. It's like she's going to be thinking of something else, and she's going to step wrong or step off something or just trip, and it's going to hurt. I want to say left ankle, but in what they're showing me, it's on the right side. So I'm going to have to say the right ankle, I guess. But for some reason, your left ankle's getting involved. And that doesn't even make sense to me, but that's what they're showing me.
And sometimes it doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, it doesn't have to, but I mean, and this is like for the next couple of months. Mm-hmm. Not because of the weather and all that. It's just like your mind is somewhere else, or you're thinking of something else, or you're walking and talking. I don't know, but you're not paying attention.
Oh, Aaron says, love the spirit guide info from last Wednesday night at the Psychic Showcase.
Oh. And
Nancy and I talked about it all the way home.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Thank you. That's good.
What did we talk about?
Spirit guide. How to know who your spirit guide is.
Oh, yeah, your guardian angel. Yeah, finding the name of your guardian angel. Yeah. Oh, cool. Thank you, Aaron.
And Terry.
We don't ever know, I just give... This kind of cool. I hate the mic again. I do that all the time. Sorry, people. But I mean, Spirit directs me to what to do. It really does. I don't just sit there and say, "Oh, I think tonight I'm gonna." I just start searching and looking, and will come into my mind, and that's what we do. So I think that's cool.
Yeah, and I want to go up here. Terry says, "Aloha."
Oh, she's another one in Hawaii.
In Hawaii, yes. Okay. Any words of wisdom for me or messages?
Why do I see a house around her?
What do you mean?
I see the outside of a house in both the left and the house, and for some reason, I want you to pay attention to the outside surrounding
of
the house. It's like I'm sitting on the street looking at it. So the front door's in front of me, and there's the left side, right side, and there's something about the sides of that house that I want you to pay careful attention.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What do you get? Anything? Because we always get something,
Yeah, Terry, it feels to me like you're going to discover someplace. You already know about it, but you're going to be going into this store, and you're surprised at how less expensive, I won't say cheap, how less expensive they are, and you're going to shop there for a while. It's just like you know about it. Here's an example. We have a place where we live called Grocery Outlet Bargain Market. Is what it's called. Anyhow, we've never been in there. But Oh, have you?
Yeah,
but it's cheaper than most stores.
Yeah.
And we never go there, but we just yesterday or 2 days ago, you said we should go in there.
Well, the new one is cropped up close to
Yeah.
us, so I think we ought to
So something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I hope that gives a little bit of insight. Maggie says yes, that's the Maggie we know.
Oh, okay.
Dorothy says thank you. It breaks my heart. We used to be so close.
And you know what? I'll tell you right now, it's his stubbornness that will not allow him to get over it. Nothing you have said or done, it happened, whatever happened, he took it the wrong way, he heard it wrong. It doesn't matter. It's his issue. And he can either get over it or be miserable the rest of his life.
Yeah. And
I hate to say it like that, but it's true.
Dorothy says, thank you. It breaks my heart. We used to be so close, but I got to tell you, I used to be that way with some of my sisters.
Just send them white light and pink light and ask her to deal with it.
And May says she tore her ankle yesterday.
The left one or the right one? I don't know, or both maybe, but I mean, it's not over yet. So for the next 2 months, October, November, I want you to pay attention.
Yep. And Carly is on with us. She says, hi, Carly's just down the road from us a little bit.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, she's lives in Edgewood.
Oh, I'll be darned.
So hello to you, Carly. Thanks for joining in and listening and letting us know that you're on, too. That's always nice to know. Maggie says, have to run, so thank you again. You guys are the best. Thank you. Terry says, guess I better go shopping. Thanks. And Kathleen says, what? Can you tell me what the problem is with the person that is the director of the place I used to volunteer with? She has always been cold and rude, but told me to leave. I gave my all for the cause. It's a cat rescue, but I believe the problem is with her internally. Why is she dismissive of me? What is her problem? I'm not the first volunteer that left either. It hurts. Any insight would help. I want to say this with what I get. I think she's just an asshole. And I can say that on a podcast. I can't say it on the air like on the radio when we were on, but I can say she's just kind of an asshole. And her way or my way, and she's very moody. Maybe, and the women are going to kick my butt for this, but maybe like permanent PMS or something.
I'd like to know her earth sign. If she's a Scorpio, that's part of it. Or stubborn, like bull, that's part of it. But this is a childhood thing that she's dealing with, and every time you put a button that was created back in her childhood, probably I keep hearing the word grandma, so it's like something happened back then that when you push that button that was created, she takes it out on you, and you're not even the reason for why that button was created. Yeah. And until she wants to deal with it, if she ever does, she's got a lot of hurt, a lot of pain. She doesn't trust anybody. And she gets jealous really quick. So if she sees somebody that might take her place or could do things better than her, she don't like it. Mm-hmm. So the best thing you can do is say thank you very much and go do something else. Because she's her own worst enemy. Start your own cat rescue or get involved in another one that's better. Yeah. Carly says, do you see me doing live work? Well, I want you to do live work or dead work. Yes. I don't know, Carly. What do you mean live work? You mean like online or live work? Yeah. But I will tell you this. Type that in. Yeah, what is live work? I've never heard that one before. While you're typing, I'm going to tell you this. I know what you do for a living, and you should get associated with, whatever you want to say, with a school that teaches it. And do that. It's less work for you, and you'll still make probably even more money. Yeah, maybe not all, but doing live work like your blog. Oh, like we do. Online live, like our blog. Well, I have this saying, and Skip agrees with me a lot of the time. I wouldn't say no to nothing. Yeah. I mean, if you've got something you want to do and you can afford it, and because you don't want to stress yourself out. But I mean, what we're doing is definitely something that is affordable. Sure. And I wouldn't. Well, I can't say don't go there, but I mean, because if you go on the radio, it's expensive. Yeah, stay off the radio. Unless you just want. I mean, if you got it, you want to do it. But I mean, you can reach the same number of people, in fact, more people actually, by doing a broadcast like we're doing. Yeah, and if you have something to say and you've got a format and you've got people wanting to listen, go for it.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, what I told you, you could really turn people on to what you do for them. I'm not going to say it on the air, but what you do for a living, just by explaining or talking about specifics of interviewing people, or both or all of that, just on what you do alone.
Yeah, because I mean, you're gonna have to tell me later what it is. I'm curious, but I mean, it's like she could get out there. It's like putting information out there that people just didn't have any idea about, and you can actually help a lot of people.
Yeah. I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Can we get together sometime and talk about equipment? Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Text me and I'll set up. I have to look at the calendar, but we can we'll work something out.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely, you should do it. If nothing else, it just makes people more aware. Plus, you can get more clientele if you want more clientele.
Yes, but I really want to know what her mission is. What is the mission for going online? What is she trying to put out there? What does she want? Have a clear idea. I mean, she's going to examples. She's going to explain the physique. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, she needs to have a plan. Get your ducks in a row, have a plan, and then go for it if that's what you want to do.
And also, Carly, there are events, that's all I'm going to say in the air, that you could do and have a spot at. And if you want to just pick up extra cash for the weekend, usually the 2 days, I think that's what I'm talking about.
Probably.
But yeah, I would definitely consider. And as far as equipment, it's not expensive. It's to be. She says, I want to be funny about circumstances. Well, there you go.
You know what? I'm all for happiness, laughter. It heals. I'm all for that.
Hey, we got to stop for a second. I got to do this. We didn't get to review this last week, but it actually carried through. And that's funny because my rune card pull, I pull a rune card from show to show, Tuesday to Saturday, Saturday to Tuesday. So this was pulled last Tuesday, but the thing still didn't get to pull them because we didn't get to do a Saturday show, but because under the weather. But this fits. And what I pulled was this rune symbol. See if I can get it, you guys can see.
Sure, was that the other one?
No, not that one. There. The symbol in the other corner there, that is wisdom. I know that being in a position of strength, and it's also your health. Okay, and this weekend, I got up and I went back to bed.
He never does that.
I never, maybe 3 times in my life.
Yeah.
When I'm up.
Well, that's what I say. When you did that, I knew it was time.
But overall, what it means is people would need to realize is what I said is that they are in a position of strength to call their shot.
Yeah.
Utilize that energy and go for it. Okay, so I'm mixing up the cards. So this is what the theme's going to be the rest of this week until Saturday's show when I draw another card. So my lovely assistant here will pull the card, pick a card, any card. Okay.
Well, let me feel the energy.
Yeah, feel the energy. Here we go.
Ooh. It's right in the middle here somewhere. Not that one. This one.
Oh. Okay. This card is the card that deals with. Let's get the symbol for you. So you see it.
Oh, there you go.
There. It deals with spirituality.
No, it's fading out.
Back a little.
What is that? The fish? I call it fish.
It's like upside fish hook. Gosh, my camera. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
It's spirituality. Look at things spiritually. Be with things spiritually. And interact with them spiritually. Okay? Because it's like, be nice. Christmas is coming. Get on the nice list, not the naughty list. Okay?
That's true to a point, but you can be a little. You got to be assertive and stand up for what you believe in, but you can do it from a spiritual standpoint.
Yeah.
I don't mean, when somebody's being mean, you don't just smile and say, oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Especially if you're So
that's true.
I don't agree with that total what you just said.
Yeah.
But I do agree, but I don't agree.
Yeah. Linda says my health has gotten worse in the last few days. I can hardly move.
I think it's the smoke.
You think so?
I think there's smoke, which is affecting your breathing, and there's also depression.
Well, I know that the smoke affected me and you both.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Badly.
Yeah,
So,
that smoke is causing us respiratory and head issues, you know. Yeah, but they're like our little granddaughter, she got the croup. She couldn't even breathe.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's affecting
6 years
people in
old.
different ways. So that is what I think is the main thing, but doesn't mean you don't. I mean, you're the health expert. What do you got going on? I'm not a doctor, you can't prescribe, but for some reason you can see health things.
Yeah,
that's not my forte.
I think it's all of what you said, plus I'm not so sure you don't have a mild case of COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
Do your home check there if you've got one and see. I think you do. So Charlie says, yeah, her too. Smoke is bad.
Oh, the eyes. Yeah. What was it, yesterday morning? I thought I had a needle in my eye. Hurts
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
So
I had a
allergy
burn all day.
and calm down.
But check for COVID, Linda. I'm just curious if you have the kid at home. So
But I wouldn't mess around with it. I'd go to the doctor. I know doctors are doctors, but I mean, still, with this stuff going on, you might want to check in with the MD.
so she was thinking of the room card for that. For
oh, yeah.
She said, okay, I'll check.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I do. You want my jokes?
Oh, God, yes. Wait a minute. Oh, gosh. We got to do this, you guys.
Can't forget.
Are you ready for this? Done with questions, but let me take this banner down. So when it was doing questions, and let's do this.
It's time for
they're very short. Look at
Joke
them.
of the Week.
So Skip and I went camping a while back.
We did.
We did. Well, did you not know that?
Did I have a good time?
We did. We did. So we were laying there looking up at the stars, and I said, what do you think it's all about, all these stars? And Skip looks at me and goes, somebody stole the tent. Moving right along.
Somebody stole the tent.
Yeah. You know, it is this time of year. You know what I think ghosts are?
I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, this is what I think ghosts are. I think they're just people who are trying to fold a fitted sheet. And the women out there can understand that. See them in.
Griping again.
I'm always griping. I'm a Pisces. And the last one, believe it or not.
Oh, hold on. I have a sound effect for that.
These people get with it. They're a little late.
Our computer's slow because the internet. Go ahead. You have the last one?
I do. I have it like FYI.
FYI.
I'm trying to keep everybody up to date on what's going on, okay? There was a hole drilled in a wall at the local nudist resort, and the police are looking into it.
Well,
I
can tell by the down the wall that it's time for us to stay by. We got the road.
Oh, it is.
Appointment have to go meet up with people. Hope we enjoyed this. We longer than we wanted to, by about 15 minutes. That's our next one. Good. That's right. Don't have to do so join us back again Saturday. Don't know what we're going to talk about, but we're going to talk something. Maybe we'll have to get Dave. Let's quite I'm against,
So
I'm against dieting. Anyhow, you guys, thanks for joining in. We'll see you Tuesday at noon. We'll be here. Join us. We'll have some more fun and answer more of your questions. Okay?
Yeah.
So just know that oops, that's a little loud. And know that we're going to be back with more information, and check out our website and my rune class coming up.
November 11th, no, November 12th, 13th, right? 11th and 12th, I can't remember.
Yes, but
Check out the website, psychicspectrum.com. Give
as
us
our
any
theme song
comments there.
says,
Yes, like our theme song says, what a wonderful world. Love, Daddy.
all right, you guys, take care. Have a good week.